Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
They were keeping it from me. They were keeping all the secrets. Welcome back to Doradus. I'm David.
And that's right, this is the latest stop in our journey through the 2015 Robots in Disguise series. This is the 5th episode of Season 3, first aired May 20th, 2017. Written by David McDermott, who previously seen writing Strong Arm's Big Score.
Oh, okay.
Has anybody written all of the ones with a Springload?
No.
So it's not one of those things like Animated Lockdown, where
Right.
only one person was allowed to write him, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like other shows before this have had more like pet characters for some writers. This show is more spread out, which is good generally. Although there are less recurring villains other than Steeljaw, Sir not appearing in this season.
Aww.
He's going to turn up eventually.
Good. His voice actor got to be in an episode of The Last of Us, because his voice actor was in
he was the
game.
main Last of Us guy.
Yes, so they had him as a side character in an episode.
And we open with the Autobots in pursuit of a fleeing Decepticon. This is Zorillor.
Zor.
Sure. Seems legit.
It's pronounced a couple. It's like I couldn't tell if they were saying Zorolore or Zorolore.
It is the name of an actual animal. The Zorilla is also known as the striped polecat or the African skunk.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And it does indeed have a spray like a skunk.
It's important.
But because this is Robots in Disguise, he's not only a skunk guy, he's also an old-timey gangster.
Yeah,
you never take me alive, see?
He's getting really close to that nya palacy nya thing, but not quite hitting it, but very much in that ballpark of 1950s gangster.
Bit of an Edward G. Robinson. This is Michael Yurchak, who is he's kind of an anime voice video game guy. He's Obito and Toby in Naruto.
Oh,
I don't know anybody.
He's whoever Jet the Hawk is in Sonic. I don't know
any.
What?
Jet the Hawk. I don't know Sonic.
I don't know Naruto or Sonic.
I'm sure there's all sorts of lore and or Mpreg fan art about this character.
I used to know.
So the Sonic
Naruto,
fandom is so.
Oh, Shippuden. That's why I don't know.
Sonic fandom is a lot.
Yeah. Jet the Hawk.
Anyway, and he's also got like a laser Tommy gun.
Yes.
Of course he does.
He's going to give you to the count of 10. 1, 2, 10. And oddly, his file notes that he is a loner, but he keeps talking about his pal, who he's never going to let them take.
They think maybe he's referring to his gun as his pal, but no, they will find out.
Well, as in, say hello to my little friend.
But they find out that is not actually what he's referring to.
No. So they follow him into his cave hideout. There is a straight-up Scooby-Doo Johnny Quest walls closing spike trap.
Yes.
Yes. After Sideswipe amazingly notices there's another pit trap hidden between find a hologram, but then he triggers the spike wall trap.
Yes. And of course, remember this, we have a new addition to our cast in the form of Blur, who is Sideswipe's intern.
Also, much like Robots in Disguise, we have mortal peril required to start the episode, because we get the spike traps, and then we get the opening.
So they escape. Drift and Strongarm both get skunked, but Drift is able to send down his good boys and take the Skunkticon down. Especially once he runs out of skunk juice.
So when they're talking about how weird it is that he keeps referring to his like there's someone else there, Drift does observe that criminals are often eccentric in their speech patterns, and that just seems like that struck me as a very Batman thing.
Yeah.
Or also a robots in disguise thing.
But also, yes, robots in disguise.
Or Transformers in general.
Where the criminals are often eccentric in their speech patterns. Also possibly a cowardly, superstitious lot.
Yes. So they take him out, and it turns out his pal is a big yellow ball.
Oh yeah, but at first, like, he's talking to himself back in the cave, and he has a stuffed teddy bear that I thought, oh, is that going to be his pal? Is that going to be throughout the entire episode? Because this is one I never saw. I'm positive I haven't seen this. Like some of the other episodes, it's like I don't quite remember. This one does not ring a bell.
Got a giant teddy bear. At one point, they need to escape from a trap, and Bumblebee says, "Rev up and run for it."
Yeah. Oh, and somebody uses scrud again because you can't say slag anymore.
Yes.
Because the British ruined
because
that
the British.
word.
I mean, they've been using it that way for a while now.
I mean, yes, it did, but there are other things. We
just discovered it.
Yes, it's just annoying that the slight differences between the two main versions of English are annoyingly weird. It's like, but it just means molten metal. What are you guys using it for something else for, damn it?
What did you mean? I just meant the end of my cigarette. What did you mean? Anyway.
Well, that one has been on both sides of the pond, and also there's the weird bundle of sticks definition that...
Yes.
Sure.
But yes.
But that one I can agree, that one's bad. It's some of the other ones that British has changed. It's like, what? How? Why? What? Is this rhyming slang nonsense again? Which never seems to rhyme, and it's always I hate rhyming slang so much. Anyway, how did we get on the hated British?
We're talking about Scrud. So anyway, they take this thing and Zorilla back to the scrapyard. Denny just thinks it looks like a Swedish desk lamp.
Which, sure, it looks like a mini-con ball.
One of them seems to think that... I think it's Strongarm who responds to that by saying, yes, it's clearly very valuable, as though she is assuming that saying that something looks like a Swedish desk lamp implies that it's very valuable and not something that you picked up for $20 at the IKEA. Yeah.
So they're all pondering this sort of golden ball, and for the beginning of it, I thought they were like seeing illusions, like it was actually a different object to everyone, but it is following a similar theme, but different.
Yes.
Everybody is fascinated by it, except unusually the humans, because, Denny, Denny normally is all about some random junk.
Well, he's like one of the first ones to pipe up that, like, as you said, it looks like a Danish lamp or something. So he's interested in it, in that it's a weird piece of junk. Which is no more usual than anything else he finds.
Yes, but if it is indeed a Swedish desk lamp, then, much like Brick Tamland, the Autobots love lamp.
Season. Coughing.
So they're all, maybe we should call Optimus Prime. He knows about old crap. So, cut to
true.
Antiques Roadshow with Peter Cullen.
Yes.
And it matches the description of the Sphere of Doradus,
which made my ears perk up.
Yes, which is an object that contains a map to the lost city Doradus, but it's also so full of energy that if you crack it open in the wrong way, it'll explode.
And destroy an entire city. Yes. But it's also a myth and shouldn't exist. It just looks like that.
Yeah, it's not real. The sphere is a metaphor, much like the Holy Grail.
Yes.
It sure is a solid-looking metaphor.
Yeah, the Autobots are about to go on a real last crusade here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they're
Bumblebee agrees, okay, we'll send it back to you through the space bridge tomorrow.
Yes.
Wait, what? Is there too much traffic right now? Why?
Listen, you can't get over they bump up the space bridge toll at peak hours.
That part seemed weird in that there was no explanation of why. Like, oh, there's a storm, you can't send it now, or any old nonsense. It's just like Bumblebee decides, we'll send it tomorrow.
No, well, I think it's pretty clear that it's because he doesn't want to part with it.
Yes.
Well, yes, but at the start there, it seems like he has more self-control than the others who are overly fascinated with it. But it turns out
only because
only
he
barely.
does a better... He's doing a better job of masking, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it's only the humans who can pull off the Laura Branigan here.
Yes, everyone else is pondering that orb.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't think of that one.
Uh-huh.
I love that meme so much. I don't even know why.
It's because it's so... Well, because it starts... It's very basic. The wizard doing shit that would be painted on the side of a van. It's just an orb. And there are so many things you can replace the orb with.
Also, I got a very good screenshot from an episode of Visionaries with Merklin pondering his orb.
Yeah, it's great because anytime anyone else is holding a round object...
Anytime there's a wizard...
And despite when that meme was really big, I don't remember any clips from this episode.
Oh.
There really should have been, so I guess nobody remembered it, or it just didn't pop up on my Twitter.
I mean, nobody really does a lot of pondering of it, they just have to have it.
They just need
there's
it.
quite a few scenes of them staring at it or holding it.
That's true.
Even just going on the TF Wiki page, there's a couple shots of someone holding the orb.
Well, that's because this is an underappreciated series.
Yes.
Yes, that is true.
We are here to advocate for it.
Including the fact that I missed half of this season, partially because they changed when it was airing, or my schedule just changed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I hardly saw it at all, but I will say that it's on YouTube now, and it's on Pluto TV, so no excuses, except, people having things to do and stuff going on in their lives. But other than that, no excuses. Also, we have now wrapped up all the TV shows people need to catch up on about Pedro Pascal escorting a magical child. So we have a break to experience other shows before we get to another season of Pedro Pascal and a magical child.
I want him to voice a magical child in some animated version.
He doesn't sound very child, though.
Well, no, but I'm sure he can do some voices.
Sure he can manage.
Something. Magical robot child. Oh.
Anyway, so Bumblebee is the one who is in charge, so he gets to guard it overnight. And, Denny finds, he's up in the middle of the night, he's acting weird. And, he's like, we should, because Bumblebee doesn't want to send it to back to Cybertron because they're just going to put it in a box like the Ark of the Covenant, and they're going to put it away. Whereas it's so beautiful, it needs to be in a museum.
Also, I like when Denny startles Bumblebee, and Bumblebee freaks out and doesn't know who it was and threatens to turn him to scrap. And Denny is like, "I have enough scrap."
Yes, that was good. Yeah, he's all are you pondering my orb?
Yeah, so
are you thwarting my plans? No, I have so much scrap. Look around here.
Yeah, we'll put it in a museum. We'll open it up together. Are you taking my museum idea? They're
even against any collaboration.
How dare you take my idea to put this in a museum? So anyway, this wakes up. The other Autobots sort of, Strong Arm tries to sneak it away, and then Sidestep gets there, and Blur, Drift, fix it. Everybody wants it.
Very slapstick, Three Stooges kind of gags of piling on each other.
Fix-It declares that he needs it because science!
I know, Russell wakes up and he figures out that, the sphere of dread is clearly no myth, and it's clearly making everybody go crazy. And so eventually Grimlock ends up with it, and we get to a merry chase.
Yes.
Yeah, the chase is pretty good. Before, when he gets the ball and runs away, Blur says something, I forget the exact quote, about an involuntary shutdown periods causing Electro...
Well, it's supposed to be in your dreams, but it's in your involuntary...
visions during your shutdown period.
Yes.
It's a little awkward.
It's very awkward, but it was charming from Blur.
Yes.
It was a little overly wordy, but yes, there's a merry chase where they're chasing Grimlock into an empty, abandoned freeway section very close to a city.
I mean, I assume the idea is that it's like 2 a.m., so nobody's out. But so these people are specifically like interrupting my commute. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, but they're bouncing the ball and catching it and driving with it, bouncing along against their spoiler.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know how Sideswipe carries it in vehicle mode, but it does.
No, strong arm release makes sense. She's kind of got like a truck bed.
Yeah.
And notably, Fix-It gets left behind, and once they've all passed him by, he pretty quickly snaps out of
it. Yes.
Because they're not under its sphere of influence.
Ha ha ha, it's the title.
Sphere of Influence is actually a very clever title.
It is a pretty good title.
It's pretty good.
Anyway, so there is a real game of who's got the orb here. But then suddenly, we mentioned Doradus earlier in the episode, and so that means Springload time.
Yay! It's the boy!
My favorite little boy.
He snags it with his tongue, and it makes him even crazier than normal, which is extremely crazy.
Does it? I get the feeling like everyone else becomes immensely obsessed and focused on this thing. I don't think it actually has an effect on him. Because he's already fucking nuts.
It's not possible to go crazier.
And this is already the thing that he's crazy about, so this is still just baseline amount of crazy for him.
Yes, it's baseline him. Well, the sphere has other effects later that do hit him because they're variations upon this, but I don't think the base effect of the sphere of making you obsessed with it and wanting to beat the shit out of everybody else is any different from normal Springload. Like, it just turns everyone else into Springload.
Yeah.
And he's screaming at them because they lied to him about how Doradus isn't real.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to keep it for themselves.
It almost feels like he was locked in a room with this thing for a couple centuries previously. It left him in this default mode.
Yes. So eventually they track him down. So as he races away with this, everybody's heads sort of clear. And they decide that, it's not magical. It's just got some sort of energy-based effect. So, tinfoil hat time.
Yep. Bring out the tinfoil. I love Denny's ancient truck. His, very old, curvy, sky blue pickup truck.
Early 50s looking pickup truck.
So Springload has taken it to the particle accelerator, where he's going to shoot it with a beam, and that's going to open it up, but also possibly destroy the entire city.
Hey, we get to reuse a set again that was last shown up in the episode with the orangutan mech.
Simicor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was Robots in Disguise, Grimlock's new brain.
Ooh.
I don't know if they're actually using some of the same backgrounds, but it's basically the same place because it's got the...
Apparently it is the same background, according to Wiki,
particle accelerator and stuff.
I mean, how many particle accelerators does Crown City have?
That is a good question.
How many other poorly guarded particle accelerators does Crown City have?
No. You want to go uptown? They have the good particle accelerator.
Do you normally
this one's for shit.
Do you normally keep particle accelerators near cities?
I think it's not. I know Chicago used to have one. That's where they first split the atom.
Okay. I know, because it's one of those things that isn't really that dangerous, but a lot of people consider it dangerous. Like, it could destroy the universe. No, it's not really going to do that. But
scientists don't want to live out in the middle of nowhere just to do their science. They want to have, a target they can go to.
Actually, where is CERN?
Well, it's in Switzerland.
I know, but how close to any city?
How close to a populated area?
Oh, I spelled it wrong, and the first result was Steins Gate, an anime, which uses CERN, but spelled with an S instead of a C.
I see.
Oops.
It's like that episode of Young Justice where there's a nuclear power plant in Alexandria, Virginia, or maybe it was Arlington, but they're right next to each other.
It says it's near Geneva.
Yeah, it's Well, it's close enough to a lake, so it's not really that far. But
and the whole thing is that they don't want it to blow up. They don't want it to have a meltdown because it's right next to Washington, D.C. And I'm like, yes, that's why there isn't a nuclear facility there in real life.
Yeah, it's reasonable distance of Geneva. But like on the border between it and Switzerland and France. So. I guess that's within distance of a junkyard.
Anyway, so he's trying to get this thing working. They've brought their tin foil. And so, indeed, Drift sends his good boys to wrap it in tin foil, which does not work.
Giant industrial rolls of tin foil.
Mm-hmm. No, if anything, it makes it worse, but mostly just different in that it gives everyone massive headaches.
Yes, it's a real Shatner pain.
Well,
kind of thing.
All the robots massive headaches.
It makes everybody to act like this is G1 and blasters started playing Cold Slither at them. Why did they all freak out so badly at hearing Earth music? Except Blaster and Jazz. Everybody else just
Or sometimes it's that weird, like, big band sounding music.
Yeah.
Like Blaster's out here torturing everybody with Guy Lombardo.
Oh, G1, you tried.
Anyway, it seems that something energy from the particle accelerator is making instead of causing a compulsion and greed, it's causing them pain. So there is once more a struggle over the sphere. They sort of work up like this wire coil thing to contain it.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make electromagnet.
Sort of like a Faraday cage.
Yeah, also, at one point, the Minicons are fighting over it, and Drift calls them insolent youths.
Yes.
Which was pretty good.
Youths.
Maybe it was youths, but still.
Did you say youths?
But yeah, they're fighting. They put a tarp over Springload, and he wants his precious. The merciful spirits have granted it to him. It's his belongs. It's mine. But like everybody else is jumping on the wall. Grimlock is staring at the shiny, glowing orb.
Shiny.
So Denny and Russell, so that everybody's sort of Shatnering it up here. Denny and Russell are trying to get this thing out of here, but it's really heavy. And Springload they kind of put it like a big sheet over Springload. Mm-hmm. I guess because he has like the acidic secretions.
Yes, they mentioned that before that he has, and that's how he got into the facilities. I guess he just rubbed himself up against the wall until it burned away.
And then, so Springload tries to grab for it, and after a likely sequence of it being passed from like highway overpass to highway overpass, it falls about 6 feet and just shatters into a billion pieces.
Yeah, well, it was glowing at that time for reasons.
Also, in there, we get a very fancy transformation sequence for Springload, like we don't normally get for Decepticons.
Yeah.
And yes, and Grimlock is being mesmerized by the ball. It's like, think of something else you like punching. And he's like, oh, I love punching. I love punching.
To which I expected him to punch the orb, but instead he punches Springload.
Yes.
And it's a pretty good fight. Did it look like, when the orb breaks, to me it looked like, there's a star map inside.
It did definitely look like there was the inside surface of it definitely had stuff going on. And maybe this is like, we're just know to look for things like this from More Than Meets the Eye. But yeah, it definitely looked like something inside.
Or the original Robots in Disguise.
That too.
I meant, it's full of O parts.
No.
Yes.
Stupid O parts.
But instead, after they stuff Springload in a tube, they throw the parts of it in a trash compactor. Like,
sure.
Wouldn't you at least want to send it back to Prime to study the remains?
I mean, they don't want to risk that it might still have the effects. And notably, the part where it's full of energy and will explode, that apparently was a myth. Because it just shatters harmlessly.
I'm going to choose to believe that the energy just dissipated over time. Like, it used to be there. It's just not there anymore. It's past its expiration date.
But it seems like a weird finish to, let's just crush this thing that was causing so much trauma, when normally we lock it away or send it back to Cybertron or something.
I mean, this thing's cursed. I say you put it in the garbage compactor.
Yes. It's pretty cursed.
Sure. But then, as it's being crushed and dying, it displays a little map, of course.
Oh, no!
It was the key to Doradus.
Yes.
Oh, the map!
And Springload will never know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
And this is sadly his last appearance on Robots in Disguise.
Oh,
it's rough.
Which means it's his last appearance anywhere.
Yes.
I mean, the world hasn't come to an end yet. There is still time.
I know, but it's like listen, this show has lots of weird, memorable bad guys.
So many.
Who I'd like to say, well, other than just Steeljaw, who's at least shown up in an IDW comic, I'd like to salvage a couple more, including Springload. Like, he's a lunatic, but in an interesting way. He's an archaeologist who's overly obsessed. That is something different from Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
It's something new and exciting.
I enjoyed this one a lot. I mean, Springload is one of the better recurring villains on the show. I think this is a pretty good send-off for him, and I enjoyed all the Autobots acting like weirdos.
Yeah, it's good to have them acting out of character and see what they're obsessed with.
Mm.
Throw something new and fun in there.
Trying to murder each other.
Yes.
Alright, so I believe that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Oh, yes. This week on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-man, Shining Handsome Youth.
Ooh. Shining and handsome.
Mm-hmm.
We start in medias res because the bad guys are flipping channels and they see the Rangers are getting their ass kicked by a monster bee woman named Killer Queen, or Queen Killer. Mm-hmm. But my brain was
Dynamite
just like,
with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind.
I was figuring that would happen, so I didn't even bother to look up the lyrics. So my notes are all just referring to her as Killer Queen. Anyway, she's apparently some other alien warlord who came to Earth to suck the life out of flowers and plants because she's a bee wasp monster.
Uh-huh.
And is just beating up the Rangers because they're there, I guess.
Yeah,
and
she's fine.
Well, first she's just she's fencing with the Pink Ranger because it's Pink focused episode, and beating her up with her little rapier, the fencing sword.
Fencing sword.
Yeah. Anyway, knocks Pink into a river. Then the other Rangers show up. She beats them up too. Then she flies to the bad guy's base, taunts them by knocking a couple of them around, and tells them, "Oh, you guys aren't conquering this planet. I am." Leaves, and they're like, "Wait, what? Are we working with her?" But like the grandmother Meadow, the ultra bad guy of the group, who's just a floating face in the sky, is like, yeah, let her do her shit and kick the Ranger's ass. Just follow her, bind her, and then we'll kill her later. Anyway, the Rangers wash up on a beach after being knocked into a river, and they're like, "Oh, where the fuck's Pink? Oh no, her morpher is here. Where is she?" Cut to her waking up in a bed in the house of a scientist who she ends up flirting with, like he's messing with technology to create a crystal that will help plants grow? ? It's very weird. He's
sure.
Science boy. It's a meet cute, and it's plant related because the monster of the week is trying to kill plants by sucking the life out of them. So she could use the gemstone to empower herself somehow again.
Reasons.
And of course she arrives at the science lab while they're having the meet cute. It's like, "Ooh, what's that? Ooh, it's a shiny. Gimme!" And they just run into the rest of the episode where they're outside like Billions, my favorite of the bad guys, and some goons are like harassing the other Rangers.
Billions.
While Pink is still fighting the monster of the week, Killer Queen, but she doesn't have her morpher, so she's doing it unmorphed and without a sword against a fencing bee monster. And she's, well, the bee monster's trying to get the rock from the scientist, and it's like, no, don't hand it over to her. She's take over the planet, ? And while Pink is fighting, she's also having flashbacks to her family on the alien world. They were trying to repopulate by growing flowers there, because that was the first episode. And it's like, oh, that ties into this science guy. It's like, oh, she likes him even more, but she's getting her ass kicked by a bee monster.
I hate it when that happens.
Eventually the other Rangers do show up, give her a morpher, and then they fight, and then they still get their asses kicked by the bee monster, because apparently she's more powerful than a regular monster of the week, because she's a killer queen. And where was it? Oh yeah, but then like the science guys finally got, it's like, no, take the shiny rock, just stop killing them. But then the rock decides, no, I'm going to atomize and somehow heal the Rangers, even though it was a rock he was designing to help plants grow, not heal people. But whatever nonsense magic, it dissipates. The Rangers are all healed. Then they kick the monster of the week's ass. Meanwhile, Billions chuckles, Billions is smirking because the bee monster is beaten up, and then he just summons the giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Mecha that absorbs her. And like, normally, because it's their own monster of the week, it's like, oh, the monster's weak, it gets absorbed into the giant and subsumed into the giant mega weapon. But this alien bee monster is like, no, I don't want to be sucked into that. That will take away my soul, or whatever the crap. It's like, she's already dying, but this seems worse. Like her complaining, but then she gets sucked up into the giant, becomes her form, fights the Rangers, your usual giant robot fight. They win. And then the wrap-up is Pink goes to the scientist's lab, because I guess he disappeared when the giant robot fight happened. And he left a note saying, oh, I have to leave, I'll continue my research. And then you see a shot of I'm assuming it's an Australian airline, the one with the kangaroo on the tail.
Qantas?
Yes. I didn't bother to look it up. I was like, wait, he's going to fucking Australia?
Yay!
But with the hopes that when all this monsters trying to conquer the Earth nonsense is over, I can come back and see you again, so he won't appear in another episode.
In the meantime, I'm fucking off to Australia.
Yes, because that's a common thing where when a Ranger has a focus episode and they get a romantic interest that seems like, oh, this is going to be going forward, most of the time that romantic interest fucks off to Australia or whatever like this.
I was going to say specifically Australia.
No, it's like they have to do something, or they need to get relocated because they were some other kind of scientist that the bad guys are trying to capture, or whatever. Most of the time, the romantic interest doesn't last more than a 2-part episode.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I can think of where it's a running thing, and I think they get together at the end, is what's it called? Ginga Man?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're... Well, I don't need to explain much the plot of that. It's Rangers who ride horses fighting space pirates with their giant sleeping Godzilla that they're trying to reawaken to conquer the planet.
Gingham.
And the Blue Ranger of that, who is the sweetest boy, who is a very large himbo, gets together with a teacher who, I'm watching it in another Discord, where more than halfway through the show, and like there's been 3 episodes of that going on, of him encountering the teacher, and they're all delightful episodes that often end comedically for the Blue Ranger Goki, because he's just the sweetest big himbo. And I want him to be happy.
Aw, characters can't be happy.
Oh, I know they can't be happy, but yeah, this was a fun episode with Killer Queen. That just reminded me of the trope of romance in Sentai. Was that a cat?
Yeah, Benjamin was purring into the mic. That was my big boy for a change.
Oh.
And that does it for us for this week. We'll be back next week with more Robots in Disguise. But until then, we are all over the internet. We are on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses at patreon.com/iaconunderground. For the month of April, we will be celebrating Earth Day with an episode of Captain Planet, where there are a bunch of different villains, so we get to hear a delightful sampling of the celebrity guest cast in this episode. So we will be discussing that over on our Patreon special for April. For as little as $1 a month, you can listen to all of our Patreon specials we've done, which we're over 50 of them at this point, and there's a lot of really fun stuff in there. So yeah, that is patreon.com/iaconunderground. I have also set us up an Iacon Underground account over on my Mastodon server. So that is at Iacon Underground, all is one word, at retro.pizza. If you want to see when we post new episodes, I'm going to try to do more sharing, like Transformers news to that, and I'm going to see about giving that a little more use as I figure out how to do multiple accounts on Mastodon a little more efficiently. So...
Alright, so until next time when we meet some more of the Stunticons, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
The power is yours! I've been